In Vietnam, no matter what investment you make or planning to make, there's always one thing you wish to know, and that is government policy. Xin chào, my name is Martin and I'm from Hong Kong. I've been studying Vietnam economy since my first site visit in Ho Chi Minh City in 2016. If you ask me one thing that determines your investment success or failure in Vietnam in 2021, that would be government policy. Government policy plays a significant role in Vietnam investment environment. It literally determines the rate of return of your real estate property, stocks, factories, and even online business. Today, I will mainly focus on three most important policies: the economic policies, infrastructure plan, and the population policies. You are my audience if you fulfill one of the following criteria. First, you have already made investment in Vietnam. Or second, you are planning to make the investment. Or third, you're here just for fun and that's okay. I'll give you about 3 seconds to think about it to decide if you want to stay here or not. In February this year, Vietnam concluded its 13th National Party Congress and set the government targets for years to come. Here is just a recap of what they said. By next year, Vietnam will pursue the dual goal of the COVID-19 pandemic containment and the recovery in the new normal. By 2025, Vietnam will become a middle-income country with a certain level of modernization and industrialization. By 2030, Vietnam will become a modern, industrialized country with upper middle income. And lastly, by 2045, Vietnam will become a developed and high-income country. Well, do you want to hear my interpretation? 2025 equals Thailand, 2030 maybe South Korea, 2045 Germany or Japan. So, how are these targets related to our business, real estate, and stock investment? The answer hinges on the government policies that support these targets. First, let's talk about the economic policy. The success of a nation's economic policy brings business investors like a restaurant owner or a footwear manufacturer the greatest benefit. Here is my explanation. Since the launch of Doi Mới, the Vietnam version economic reform in 1986, Vietnam has successfully transformed its economy. Real GDP per capita grew about 5.5% a year since 1990. In 2021, Vietnam government has set the annual GDP growth target at 6.5 to 7% from 2021 to 2025. Per capita GDP grows from $3,700 in 2021 to $5,000 in 2025. To achieve that, government policies center around three themes: the domestic economy, the international economy, and the digital economy. For the domestic economy, Vietnam government launched a series of propaganda to promote local consumptions, encouraging the local people to buy locally produced products. For the international economy, Vietnam has been actively signing FTA, free trade agreements, with different countries or regions. For example, FTA with European Union in 2020, FTA with Korea in 2015, and so forth. The purpose of doing so is to loosen trade restrictions and increase bilateral trade. For example, under Vietnam-Korea FTA, Vietnam farmers and manufacturers can now export more items like tropical fruits and garlic to South Korea. Import duties from Vietnam on shrimp, fish, crab, textiles, and wooden products are also reduced. Lastly, for the digital economy, the Vietnam government develops its e-government platform, migrating at least 50% of the government services like business registration online. Congratulations to you all if you are in the following businesses: electronic and mechanical engineering, high-tech, automotives, garment and textiles, agriculture and fisheries, trading, manufacturing, and so forth. If you haven't done so, you may consider entering these markets. The second one is infrastructure policy. Infrastructure is essentially a physical facility to support the society and business operation. It refers to transportation, telecommunication, water supply, and so forth. When you look at China, right, they've built the world's longest high-speed railway network and a huge number of airports and seaports over the past 3 decades. With that, the economy size increased dramatically, and the investors in real estate, logistics, manufacturing, and even tourism were rewarded with billions of profits. From China experience, we learned that infrastructure development and investors' return is highly correlated in a mid to long time horizon. In Vietnam, transportation infrastructure is the policy focus, in particular, road, air, and water transport. Talking about road transport, as you may know, motorcycling accounts for astonishingly 79% of daily transportation. There's no metro in place yet, and only a few international railway links. In terms of air transport, there are 6 registered air carriers and 28 airports. Vietnam has 34 seaports and that can handle cargo about 680 million tons a year. Since road transport is still the major transportation method in Vietnam, the government has several landmark projects in place, including Eastern North-South Highway connecting Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh, the Bien Hoa Phuong Dao Expressway connecting several major industrial zones and ports, and of course, the Ho Chi Minh City Metro and Hanoi Metro. There are dozens, if not hundreds of more projects like these in place to support businesses and investors. The Long Thanh International Airport and the international seaports in Haiphong and Gai Mep are also something everyone should be aware of. Again, congratulations to you all if you have investment in real estate, related stocks, and business like logistics, tourism, and manufacturing. They are the direct beneficiary sectors. The last one is population policy. Vietnam has about 100 million people. It's 1.5 times of the UK population, 2 times of South Korea, and 14 times of Hong Kong. What? Even so, this great country is facing an inescapable issue: aging population. To get prepared, the Vietnam government has set 2 targets. The replacement total fertility rate increased to around 2.2 children per woman. The urbanization rate increased from 37.3% to 45% by 2025. We can assess the Vietnam population policy by 2 angles: the population number and the population mobility. As of 2020, the Vietnam population growth rate has dropped to 1%, meaning there are only about 1 million new citizens every year. To encourage people getting babies, the government has publicly called for citizens to get married before 30 and bear children early. Also, it provides money to construct babysitting facilities and kindergartens, support young families to rent and buy subsidized housing more easily. Government has offered, for example, a tax incentive for businesses to create job opportunities there. We expect Ho Chi Minh City will surpass the 10 million population benchmark before long. Focus on real estate, baby product and service sector because they should be directly benefit, while consumer staples and consumer discretionary sectors will also likely be benefit. Great! As an intelligent investor, you are now more familiar with the Vietnam government policies on economics, infrastructure, and population. I hope this video will help you think about what to invest in Vietnam. If you like this video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Drop your message below for anything you want to ask. I wish to see you again. Hẹn gặp lại!